Go3 here, and today's video is one that I would want to do for a long time. This order went out, I think it went out the last day of August. This is an SGC bulk order. Um, the packing's a little different than PSA, so here's the box it's in right here. And there's two of these kind of like graded card storage boxes. So we're gonna just do this right here. I've seen a few of them, not all of them. I just couldn't not look at a few when it came in earlier today. So they do have a different grading scale, and I think it's pretty interesting. So let's get this one opened up. I like the slabs. If I was gonna change a few, there's definitely a few things I would change with the slabs, but I mean that's just my personal opinion. So there should be about 35 here. This is kind of like an experiment order in some sense, but I'm gonna put these over to the side and we'll just pull from the stack. So we're empty here. So the first card that didn't get slabbed, and I wasn't sure how they were gonna treat this, so now I know. I guess they don't grade the 2019 Topps Chromes, so this is the Tatis base, but it's just too small, so I don't know. Vlad, Tatis, Eloy, and Pete Alonso are all small in that set. So here's the receipt. We'll put that in the box, and we'll get to this one. So starting off, I saw this one earlier. So this is what's kind of intriguing, and I know I've talked badly about BGS Pristine, and that's mainly because I always thought they kind of use it as a gimmick. I think in SGC's case, they're actually kind of using it the right way, without the subgrades and without the whole Joe Clemens scam. I think there's something to be said about a card that's absolutely perfect, and if they do hand out a gold 10 pristine, then I think it's neat. So this Alonso got the 10. There's a little scuff there, but that's on the slab. It's not on the actual card. So Alonso 10 pristine, pretty cool. So this was, I think I bought this one raw, and it looks pretty good. I thought it looked like a 9. So this is the Brady Bowman, and they gave it an SGC 9. So very nice. It's got a little bit of a soft corners on the front there on the top, but the centering is pretty good from right to left. And the back, just a little edge wear, but nothing bad at all. It definitely looks like a mint card. So beautiful Brady 2000 Bowman. Next up is Jeter. This was a BGS snap out. It just had high subgrades, and it looked like maybe it had a chance at a 9.5 plus or so. So it got the SGC 9, which is not bad at all. Beautiful card. I know the PSA 10s of this are selling for huge amounts, around $500, I believe, but an SGC 9 on this Jeter, so not bad at all. So I think this set's tough, guys. Topps Series 2. This is the Tatis. So I had about, I don't know, 5 or 10 copies of this card, and I just kind of I honestly picked the best looking one and sent it to SGC to try for like a 10 or like a pristine or a gem mint, and it got the mint plus, so not a failure, but really cool how they have the 9.5 and it's mint plus instead of gem mint, because there's so many times when I'm going through cards and the card just right in the middle of a 9 and a 10. It's just like on a good day it's a 10, on a bad day it's a 9. So I think it's really cool how they have this. So 9.5 mint plus Tatis base rookie. Okay, this is nice. So this was, I think I bought this raw too, and it just came in and it looked really good. So this is the star rookie Brady. This card is known to chip a lot on the bottom mainly, but this one in particular looks really good. So very stoked to have this one. 9.5 plus. The only thing I can see really is this corner on the back. It's a little white popping up, so I would definitely agree with SGC on the assigned grade and say it's mint. It's mint plus. Close to gem mint, but not quite. So, beautiful, Brady. It might be a little off center too. I don't know. Yelich. I thought this one would be higher. This was one of my nicer Yelich updates that I had. From what I've seen with this set is there's a lot of edge things and corner things going on. Every once in a while you'll see something going on with the surface. So mint 9's not bad on this card. My expectation was definitely higher on it though. So mint 9 on the Yelich base update. Mantle. This is cool. This is kind of one I just wanted slabbed in the SGC holder. If you recall a video I shot after the National, I picked up a, let's see, what was it? The Mantle 57 and a 3.5, and it just looked absolutely fabulous. So I just had these vintage cards, not slabbed. I think I bought them out at the maybe I bought them out at the National. I honestly can't remember, but I wanted to see what grade they were, and they came in right at about what I expected. So the 65 Mantle and a 3, and then there's another Mantle which did a little bit better, and this is the 64 and a 4.5. So very, very cool. I think I had these in a stack for PSA, and I just switched them over and sent them to SGC. So 4.5 on this Mantle. This is the 64. It's not really centered all that well, but it does have pretty good registration going on the front there. So the Mantle 4.5. We got Jeter's score. I'm guessing this will be a 9. Okay, 9.5. So these are some of my nicer Jeter scores that I had. So 9.5 mint plus. Beautiful. So what would the secondary value be on a 9.5 mint plus? I think it'd be pretty comparable to like a PSA 9. I know SGC doesn't command the secondary market that PSA does, but they're not shabby either. So definitely cool. 9.5 mint plus on the Jeter score from 93. And then there's another one. This is probably a 9. Yeah. So I think what I've noticed so far is I think they're a little tougher than PSA. That line, if that's on the card, then that's just that's on me. I probably wouldn't send that in if I had seen that. I don't know if it's on the card though. It could be a spec from the case as well. So I mint 9 on the Jeter. So we're doing pretty good. These of course aren't the easiest sets either. Next up, Frank Thomas. This is one that I was definitely looking for a 10 on. I have a huge stack of these, like 50 or 100 of them. I just kind of picked one of the ones that looked centered and didn't have any corner issues or anything going on with it. So I'm not really sure what's wrong with it. It might be the top to bottom centering. That's one thing that I often struggle with when I send in. But I think the right to left looks pretty good. I don't see any problems with any of the corners either. So this one got a 9. So SGC 9 on the Frank Thomas Topps name on front rookie. And it's interesting they don't put the name on front on the slab, which it's pretty obvious, I guess, if you look at the card. This is a nice one. So SGC 10 on the Phillip Rivers. GM, of course, that stands for Gem Mint. So if I was going to change this slab around, I'd make the 10 a little smaller, and then I'd make this a little bigger, like the Gem Mint a little bigger, and that's probably about it. And maybe put the SGC in the middle and make it like silver or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking off the top of my head how I would change the slab a little bit, but I think the sturdiness of the slab is really good, and this black border around the outside looks really cool in my opinion. So really cool. Rivers in a 10, Gem Mint. This will be like an 8 probably. Okay, 9 on the Fleer. 83 Fleer, Tony Gwynn, mint 9. So this is one that I don't know. I don't think I got it in a pack. I just bought it in like a lot or something, and it was one of the ones that was actually centered. So I thought this one had 9 9 or 9 plus potential, and it got a nice solid SGC 9. Very cool. Love the old 1980s baseball cards. They don't ever get old to me. I'm going to save that Brady because it's like a pretty high dollar card that kind of snuck in here. Let's look at the Barry. Pro Set Barry. Don't know what's wrong with this one. This is one of my cleaner copies. I guess there's not really much wrong with it. It got a 9, which is a really good grade. So it might be the top to bottom centering going on. But cool photo against the Huskers from the 88 season. So Pro Set 89 Barry Sanders in a mint 9. Beautiful. And I'm going to put some of the pops off to the left so you guys can kind of see how tough they grade. This was definitely as an experiment. This set's just tough. I mean, these are all scratched for the most part. 2015, the Bowman Chrome Prospect Autos. Most likely come scratched straight from the pack. There's just like scuffing on a lot of them. So this Devers was actually one of the nicer ones. I think it's a tad off-centered, and that there might have been a little surfacing, so I think they got this one pretty accurate. 8.5, near mint, mint plus. Looks awesome in that slab, though. Vlad, so a card like this I was definitely looking for a 10 on. It's just like a base finest, and it's not really a tough set to grade either. It's thick card stock. It doesn't dent at all, really. It just scratches. Here and there you'll see a scratch down finest. So 9.5 mint plus, not terrible either. So Vlad, that's the SP one, card number 101, Vlad Jr., finest 19. We have another Jeter Pinnacle. And this was probably a Beckett snap out as well. So I just kind of picked the nicer Jeter Pinnacles that were in Beckett slabs that I thought might be bump candidates. And this one got a 9, so it stayed at the 9 range. I think it's 60-40 on the centering. But beautiful. So mint 9. Okay, Bellinger. This is the high fives photo variation from 2017 Topps Update, and this one got a 10. So 10 gem mint photo variation Bellinger from 17 Update. This one was a little disappointing, but I think, you know, it's all my fault now that I take a look at it again. I think at top to bottom, it's not centered very well. There's not enough space down here at the bottom. His name's kind of pushed to the bottom here, so I think top to bottom's off, and that's why it got an 8. So I was definitely looking for like a 9 on this card, but it is what it is. An SGC 9 on the 82 Donruss Classic Cal Ripken. I always call this the Ray Liotta rookie. So and then here's another Frank. So this is what happens when I send him to PSA too. So there's something that I'm missing with this set. But mint 9 on this one. So the 1990 Topps. This is the second one we saw of this one. It could be that top to bottom, but I honestly am not sure. Maybe you guys can point it out to me. There are benefits to showing your cards on these submission reveals. You get some more eyes looking at them. Okay, Barry top straighted. And this one got a 9 as well. So it's centered really, really good. Actually, it's a little off center. Yeah, right? The more you look at the cards, I think the more you see. But I think it's 60-40 now that I look at it closer. I was looking at these two things, the green and the red, but Barry, top straighted, mint 9. Pretty average, I'd say, on that. This is cool. So an SGC 10 on the Pedro. This is the 92 Upper Deck. Very cool. That's the Star Rookie from 92. That's cool. Jose Altuve Topps Update in a 10. And this is just the base one, so A lot of people don't like the photo. I actually think the photo's cool. He's like jumping into his coach's arms. So SGC 10 on this one, gem. Beautiful. That's awesome too. So it's some 10s towards the back half of the order here. Saquon Barkley. And this is the purple parallel. I just had this one. I think I just got it in the mail a couple weeks, or right before this order shipped out, and it just happened to not have the little dings that most of these parallels have, so I sent it off. And I got a 10. This will be a 9. Moss Metal. 9.5. Pretty good. Metal Universe Base, Randy Moss rookie. Just a card that I like. A lot of people really probably won't think much of this card, but to me it's cool. You can get one raw for under $5. Very affordable for all collectors. So 9.5 mint plus on the Metal Moss rookie. Cool photo too. Don't know who they're playing. It looks like Ball State or something. LeBron. So the Upper Deck MVP LeBron in a 9. Not bad. And that one is almost dead centered. So mint 9 on this one. There is a silver version of this card that's pretty neat looking too. Another, or this is the only Jeter Tops, but Jeter Tops in a 9. There might be another one in here somewhere. I don't know. So Jeter 93 Tops in an SGC 9. Okay, this was I think it was a PSA 9 snap out. I honestly don't remember. But it's an 87, the Bellingham Mariners card, and it got a 9.5 mint plus. Very cool. It just looked great. It might be a little off center. That's probably why it's not a 10, but that's why you have the 9.5 plus. So 87 Griffey. Very cool card. LeBron. Oh, that's sick. That's awesome. So 2003 star rookie LeBron in a 10. That's awesome. Love it. Beautiful. Awesome photo too. And of course, if you know me, I love the classic football sets with the star rookie. So this card is right up my alley. It's very affordable to most collectors. Raw price about $50. So looks awesome in that 10 slab. This Benson just looked awesome. I thought it was a 10, and it's very close. So I got this in the mail. It was cheap too. It was like $20. You know, he passed away a couple months ago, and I was always a fan of him at Texas. So, and he did have a few 1,000-yard seasons with the Bengals. So, Cedric Benson. This is the Ultimate Collection. Love the card. It's just on card. It's out of 5. So this is the holofoil is what they called it. So Benson 9.5 mint plus. Isn't that card that cool in that slab? Lindor. Tops update Lindor, mint 9. Pretty average on this one for sure. I was looking for like a 9.5 plus or 10. So SGC 9 mint on the Lindor. That's really cool on a very tough set. So SGC 10 on the Tops Pete Alonso from Series 2. Yeah, I think if they put the SGC in the middle and made it bigger, it'd look good. And then shrink this number down. I don't know. So Alonso 10. Couple more. Rogers. That one's just a tad off center, but not bad. So 2005 Tops. SGC mint 9. Not bad, not great, but I'm definitely okay with nines. I know a lot of people hate them, but they don't bother me, especially on sets like that. That's not a gimme set at all. Um, we've got one more card, and this is a card that it's a really valuable card just to put in this order. But you see some chipping. I'm thinking 8 to 8.5. PSA gave the minimum size requirement, which was a little upsetting, but I figured why not give SGC a chance at it. So Momentum Brady, this card's of course gone up a lot. It's out of 750. I bought this one last spring. I'm thinking 8, 9. That's filthy. So I mean, this card is absolutely beautiful on the front. Razor sharp corners. Edges look perfect. The surface is clean. I think it's just that right there, which isn't bad, but I think to me that's enough for a card not to be gem mint. So I know maybe if it was a Beckett card, they'd give like the edges a 9 and it'd still have a gem mint card, but I'm not into that. So awesome card. That's definitely added some value to this one. So SGC 9 on the Momentum Brady. That kind of made the whole order actually. So I had fun. There were a lot of 9s that I thought would have graded higher just because I picked really clean copies. So I think they do grade a little tougher than PSA, I'd say, and a lot tougher than Beckett. But I think the grades are accurate and fair. And as a collector, that's all I can really ask for. So I had fun with this one, and we'll do some more SGC in the future. All right, Alico 3, and you guys just saw the grades for the SGC order. It was a lot of fun putting that order together and just kind of seeing what SGC was all about. If you go online on YouTube, you'll see countless PSA reveals, PSA submission results, and they're awesome. They're fun to look at, and of course I put out a lot of those. But with the SGC, it was just cool to try something new. And I thought the whole process was great. Bulk order, it got back in a little over a month, and the customer service was great. I just texted one of the reps there, and he gave me updates, and he said, they're gonna grade them next week. They're packing them up this week, and they just kind of gave me like a step-by-step walk through the order, which was awesome. As for the grades, I think they pretty much came out to be what I expected. There were some of those 9.5 mint pluses, which were really cool. Pricing, it's not all that bad. It's not too expensive. If you're gonna send in bulk, of course, contact them and see what kind of rates they offer. But I'm definitely gonna do some more in the future. Just depends. A lot of the junk wax I might send their way. I think that you have a better shake at getting like a gem card from them, and that's just my opinion. But I think if you want to try SGC, try them. I'm not gonna I like PSA still. I actually shipped the 500 card order out Friday, so I mean I'm still a PSA fan, even after all the problems that they've had in the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. So overall the SGC experience was good. Grades seemed very accurate. That's the one thing that I will say. And there wasn't cards where I was shaking my head. I mean, everything was pretty much in line with what I expected, which is kind of the whole point of grading and why we grade. We just want the cards to get the grade that they are, and that's as simple as it is. Nothing else behind it. If you have an 8.5 card, give me an 8.5. Don't give me a 7.5. Don't give me a 9.5. So that's SGC. Stay tuned because I'll be doing some more orders soon. Later.